So happy Thursday, everybody. How did it get here so fast? I have no clue. The week is just going boom by. But got lots of things accomplished this week. I hope you did too. I've confused myself because I've been working in y'all's next two modules, and so I have no idea what day or what module I'm in anymore because I've been working in 158, which is next, and then we go to 151. But anyway, so let me okay, let's see. So let's start with announcements. The project. Did you guys hear that on my 5-minute video this week about the project? Only if you have a D or an F. Get with me and you can do the extra project. I've had nobody contact me about it. And as I said in my 5-minute video, I'm offering it. It is your responsibility to say, hey, Miss Marsha, do you think I need this? I don't think anybody on this call needs it. But for those of you who are listening to this after hours, still waiting, and Sunday's coming fast. It's going to be what it's going to be. Also, please put submit completed in sim charting. You can just put it in the comments. You can put it on a piece of paper and upload it. I don't know how much simpler that can be, but when I pull up sim charting, guys, to begin looking and grading, you can't imagine what I'm looking at. I don't even want to tell you about it. I'm not even going to show it to you because it has everybody's scores in there. But it's just how many sim charts y'all have going on or you have done times 25 just in your class. So when you're trying to look at that graph and they have to scroll all the way over and I miss something, I feel terrible when you text me and say, Miss Marsha, I did that one. I get a 0. I'm like, oh, let me go back and look. And 9 times out of 10, you did it and I missed it because I didn't have a completed in sim charting and I couldn't, anyway, that's on me, not on y'all, but I'm just saying it makes my life easier. Okay, we're going to talk about the winners of our contest. So let me get everybody that's here. I know her name's on here. Oh, there it is. Asia, I was missing your name right and left. Miss Wanda, how you doing? You better smile. Okay, so we have a tie for the winning spot. And then I'm even going to give everybody here today extra points just because I feel like it. So the winner of the competition, the winners, is Chase and Cheyenne. Miss Melinda's in a close second. Daquita's in a close second. Miss Wanda's in a close second. But I'm going to take these points. Excuse me. You guys remember when we did Spirit Week?
Yes.
Y'all, I got it all wrote down. I didn't forget a doggone thing. So, Chase, with your Spirit Week points, you have 17 points.
Wow.
Janisha. There you are. Janisha, with your Spirit Day points and points for online, you have 12. Cheyenne did not like Spirit Week. I'm just saying, I'm calling you out right now. Let's see. 8. Melinda has 13. Aisha had just started, so she didn't get to participate. But Aisha, you have 2 points that you can use whenever you want to. Let's see, who else? Daquita. No, Miss Wanda's. Miss Wanda did not like Spirit Week at all. But you still have 4 points. Daquita wasn't here during that, but Daquita has 4 points. Did I mention everybody on our call? I think so. Okay, so Chase, or all of you, you can use these points for this module, or I will keep them and we will use them for a different module. Chase and Cheyenne, this is your reward for winning. You get to choose any test that you want to be dropped.
Bet.
Listen, I
Crazy,
gotta
yeah.
make it worth your while.
Yes. Listen, give me 2 seconds. I'm switching from my phone to my computer. I'm about to leave.
Okay, now I'm not saying this test that we're fixing to do. Okay, I'm gonna wait for her. I know, Melinda, that's good stuff, huh? Miss like I don't do competitions and bonus points hardly ever, but if I start offering them and doing them, I'm gonna give y'all a little hint. Be as engaged as you can possibly be in it because that is so important to me. I loved seeing you guys' stuff for Spirit Week. It was just so much for me. It encouraged me to see about y'all. I want to know about your life. I want us to be a part of each other's lives. Okay, Aisha.
I hear you, homie. I have a question. So right now I'm on the computer, but when I be on the phone, it show as Honey Love, like that's part of my email. So I've been on the Zoom calls with y'all, like since.
Oh, I know. I know. Good
Okay.
deal. I'm glad that you're here. Y'all,
Yeah.
Aisha's one of these students. I tell you, it's just remarkable. She gets in and she does all of her labs in one swoop. But Aisha, I do need you to get in and do those daily assignments, the questions of the day, just that one question, and put them in comments so I can get all those graded for you. Okay?
Okay, I just go back,
Just go back.
like throughout the days, like just press the back arrows on there.
I will go in and reopen all of them for you. Excuse me, the ones that you
Okay.
haven't gotten done, so it'll be really easy for you.
All
But
right.
anyway, okay, so that's not the only people who have bonus points, but I'm just telling you guys because you're on the call. So, okay, so who's ready for the final test?
Me.
It's going to be Janisha. I'm just going to raise my hand because I guess I need to. I promise it's going to be easy. It's not going to be a hard test at all. Matter of fact, we're just going to go through a portion of the quiz. Let me tell you, I've done some true and false. And I just took out or replaced one word in the true or false thing. You're going to have to read it. But we're going to go over some. So let me share my screen. Y'all don't pay attention to my Chinese show I got up here. All right, so how many data blocks are found in the CMS 1500 form? Now, we really went over that quite a bit when we did our class last week.
Yeah.
So, is it 29, 62, 31, or 33?
Crap.
I will tell you the numbers are the same.
Oh, easy.
33.
Oh,
That was my.
Oh, that's you guys are so bright. I didn't
Thank
just
you.
like
I really and I truly wanted to say 31, but I knew it wasn't it. I was like, it has to be 30, 33.
It is 33. There are 33 data blocks on the CMS 1500 form. What age are you eligible for Medicare?
65.
65.
Okay, this is another very, very tricky one. ABN stands for Advanced Benefit Notification,
No.
Advanced Beneficiary Notice,
Yeah.
Alabama Board of Nursing,
That's the one.
No.
Advanced Benefit of Non-Payment.
No.
It's the
Advanced
second one.
Beneficiary Notice.
Number 2.
I'm going to let you jot this down. Please know the meaning of chief complaint. All right. Here's our first true and false we're going to talk about. Establish patient is a patient that has been seen in the medical office within the last 3 years?
True.
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 True. Okay, now this is, I want you to, like, I'm going to go over this one because I just feel like it was a little I was just being too sly with this one. So, if you don't get it right, I know you didn't watch this video. How about that for everybody later on? Info panel is located on the right side of the screen in all modules. The info panel is the user's primary source of navigation within the application. Options change depending on the selected module.
False.
False.
Why is it false?
Because the info panel's on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, I'm doing a dance. Y'all did great.
Yeah, go Miss Marsha.
Oh, that's right.
Go Marsha, go Marsha. Okay, anyway. A new patient, a patient who is seeing the physician for the first time or who has been in the medical office within the last 3 years. They've been in the medical office within the last 3 years. Chase, explain it.
I say false is because it'd be an established patient, which we just went over on the last one.
Right. Well, a new patient is a patient who is seeing the physician for the first time. That part's true.
Correct.
But the back part is false.
Made it
See, you guys know these things, but I want to make sure you're reading.
Yes.
Y'all are going to know those. Okay, so what is found in box 23 of the CMS 1500 form?
Should be the diagnostic codes.
Yeah.
Should be.
No, it's the prior authorization.
No, it's prior authorization. That's the form we just went over last week.
Yeah, we went over last week. But,
Everything that I went over last week is in your final exam. That's the reason why I went over it over and over and over again and
Prior
made a
authorization.
question. So,
Box 23, yeah, because you got to call and all that great stuff.
Okay. Would your claim form clear without adding the sex of your patient? Yes,
Huh?
no,
No.
maybe, and huh?
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 Y'all can tell that I made up a lot of these questions on the test. The real long, complicated ones came out of something else, but
I really just want to mark.
you do not have to use a patient's proper name on a claim form.
False.
False.
Okay, Janisha, what do you use on the claim form?
use the name that's on birth certificate. Whatever their name was. Can you hear?
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, you use the name that's on that birth certificate.
Or their insurance card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot
Like
of
I got a
times,
match.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it may be Robert Joe McKillicuddy III on their birth certificate, but on their driver's license it may say Bob. So, but on their insurance card it's going to be the exact name. So we always use the name that's on the insurance card exactly. Now you can put in parentheses prefers to be called Bob and not Robert, whatever. But okay. When adding a patient's name to a claim form,
Insurance card.
you must use the exact name found on the driver's license, the birth certificate, what they tell you, or the insurance card.
Insurance card, yeah.
Insurance card.
Yeah, well, and a birth certificate wouldn't necessarily be wrong, but because we're talking about putting something on the claim form, they're not going to bring their birth certificate. So,
Right.
and y'all, that is it.
Okay, Ms. Marsha, the test we have to do the test by is the test up now? We have to do it by Sunday, or is it Monday?
Monday. I'm going to open it tomorrow so y'all can do it this weekend if you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all know y'all right, and I'm not gonna I'm not going to make it hard for you to get your test done, but I'm trying to give everybody a fair amount of time to get caught up on everything else before I put one more thing on top of them. But I will open it up tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, now with our final grade, before we get the final, the scores that we have is sim chart, and those grades want to be equal, to our final grade too.
I'm not using those grades in SimChart.
Okay, okay.
They've changed the testing on there, and if you did them and you did well, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of any of you for trying them. But as I got in and I started looking at some of that stuff, I was like, where'd that come from? I don't even know where that came from.
Some of the questions were like double
Poor
worded,
Chase.
or
Y'all,
it
Right,
wasn't.
a lot of it was.
Chase texted me so many times on these tests. I was finally like, listen, just do it. I'm not even going to use it. I'm going to come up with the final. Because he was right that they were tricky, or there aren't things that you guys have gone over. And some of them were things that you guys will never do, because it's all medical assistant. We are not medical assistants. We are administrative medical assistants. But, so Tuesday, we will be starting in module 158, and I'm going to show you the book, and I'm going to need for somebody to get on and see what this workbook looks like on your end, because it may have changed. But 158 is 5 days. This is what I want to tell you. If you have time this weekend, start building a resume. Why is this important? Because I have 2 career services ladies waiting right now to get your resume. They want your resume. They want to go over it. They want to help you tweak it. They want to do everything that they can to get you prepared to get your career. So that's the.
I have one.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen. First, let me pull up the book. Now, your guys are going to see this in several different spots, but because we're having an in-person Zoom today, I feel better about just showing it to you. So, starting Tuesday, we begin Module 158. This is going to be our book. This green book here, yours may be purple, mine's green. I don't get a new book every time, you know what I mean? But I believe they're going to be green. So this is your textbook. 158 does not start in chapter 1 as much as I wished it did. It does not. And again, all of this is going to be listed for you. You're not going to have to worry. But we are going to be doing Skills and Strategies, chapter 22. It's going to be on your assignment. Don't worry. I'm just telling you about it. And some of you have not been able to do normal school. We're getting into our normal right now, where we're going to be looking at vocabulary words and doing critical thinking and different things like that. I want to go back. And I would like for Cheyenne, when you have time, can you go in and see what the workbook looks like to this for you? This is what mine looks like right here.
I'm going to screen out.
Mine just looks like this white paper.
I'm about to see.
If it looks like this white paper,
That's what mine looks like too.
that's what yours looks like, Daquita?
Yes.
Yeah, mine do too. Everybody's. I think everybody's like that.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing that I want to show you about. Just a second. Hey, bud. He's building me a new desk. So he's back here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Anyway, so when you get into this and you see, like, chapter 1, will line up with our chapter 1. Hang on. It doesn't always line up with our stuff. Like, there's so many more chapters in here that we don't use. I'm going to make sure that I put the page number. Like, Skills and Strategies is chapter 50 in this workbook. It's chapter 22 in our book. So I put, okay, so this is like the vocabulary that you're going to be doing, and it's on page 1126. I put workbook page 1126. And then, of course, you're just going to be doing the vocabulary, but the assignment details are going to be in the actual assignment. But this is why I just wanted to find out if you guys were still being given this particular workbook or not. So I'm going to be paying very close attention to, because when we go to 151, when we're finished with our next 5-day module, then we'll be in this workbook all the time. But what I'm trying to say is module 158, where we start next Tuesday, is only a 5-day module. It is chapter 22 in the Kins Manual. So you're actually going to go to the last chapter of your Kins Manual. And the workbook is also the very last choice here too.
Miss Marsha.
Mm-hmm.
My workbook only goes to page 496.
Mine does too.
Well, that is not good for me, is it, to tell you,
Find it.
to actually tell you the page numbers.
No.
And I'm trying to see what is the last chapter. It looks like the last chapter in ours, maybe like chapter 22.
Yeah, chapter 22 is the chapter that we're going to be in right now.
And that's the last chapter.
That's the last chapter in our workbook.
Items on the curve
Yep.
side and that way, and then that other item.
Okay, you said the chapter is your page numbers is 496.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not even the same as my paper copy.
Hmm.
All right, so I may be calling one of y'all at some point to fix my page numbers.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna have to do until we can get through it. All right, so 151, we're doing the last chapter. 158, we're doing the last chapter in this book. Once we're done with those 5 days, we'll move into 151 and we'll go through this book. So I can't help it where the Ferris wheels fall and we have to start with the last chapter. Bothers me. My OCD is like, no, you start at 1 and you work your way up, but that is not the way it works. So anyway, I'm excited to do the professional module with you guys. We're supposed to have a guest speaker next Thursday instead of like a regular Zoom. If you have time this weekend, start reading chapter 22 in your Kins Manual. Just, get ahead of the game. We do an OSHA training one day, and I just did videos. Sorry. But yeah, that's really all I have today. Do you guys have any questions? We have, let's see, there's 22 days. In 22 days, school days, you'll start coding.
Okay.
When I tell you guys, we're going to have so much fun. We do this. We get on here and we code. All we do is code. And we talk about it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Any questions? Y'all text me and remind me to open that test tomorrow. Y'all know after I sleep, I forget. I really love this filter. It takes away all of my wrinkles.